Let's talk India, Sri Lanka. So
Sri Lanka won a game.
this India B side.
We spoke last week and we were saying we shouldn't call them India B because they're not India B. They're the India white ball cricket team.
Yes.
This team was India B. This was India B. They had the T20 series wrapped up. It was 2-0. They thought, okay, let's rest a few blokes. Let's blood a few young guys. Sanju Samson made his debut. That actually was really surprising for me. I thought a player of his calibre would have surely have played an ODI for India in the past. He captains the Rajasthan Royals. He's an excellent wicketkeeper batsman. So he got his first cap there. And then they pretty much the whole bowling core. They brought in
young fellas.
Yeah, young and old. To be honest. So Nitish Rana got his first ODI cap. Krishnappa Gotham, Rahul Chahar got his first, and Chetan Sakaria got his first cap there. So they blooded 5 guys, and Navdeep Saini played, who's only played 8 ODIs. So they went a really inexperienced side. India batted first. They got bowled out for 225. That man, Sanju Samson, made 46 on debut, batting 3. There was 49 for Prithvi Shaw and 43 for Surya Kumar Yadav. Not much, really, from the middle order and the lower order. Shout out to Akila Dhananjaya. He was the best of the Sri Lankan bowlers with 3 for 44. And the Indian bowlers put up a good fight here against the Sri Lankans, but the Lankans got the runs with 3 wickets remaining, 76 to Avishka Fernando and 65 to Banuka Rajapaksa. That man, Rahul Chahar, on his debut, picked up 3 for 54, a little expensive, but shows a lot of potential. He's a leggy, so another really classy Indian spin bowler comes into their arsenal. It's early days, but I start to think Ravi Ashwin's getting a little bit long in the tooth. This perhaps could be a future...
little changing of the guard?
Possibly.
They've got 2 other blokes that we haven't talked about at all, but not leg spinners. Yeah,
not leg spinners.
Yeah.
In Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
They're just,
but in some of these games, you pick only one specialist spinner, so it's your top spinner.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd like for any of our Indian listeners that know much about Rahul Chahar, he's fairly unbeknownst to us. If you'd like to let us know what you've seen in the comments, whether you think he could play Test cricket, whether he would be a white ball specialist, where do you see him going? He looked very impressive from what I saw in this game. The T20s are underway. The Indians won the first T20 by 38 runs. They batted first. They lost Prithvi Shaw early. The ball was really hooping around in this one. Surya Kumar Yadav made 50 again, and Shikhar Dhawan 46 to get them to 5 for 164. And in return, the Sri Lankans fell reasonably short. Charith Asalanka had 44, but it was all Bhuvneshwar Kumar who cleaned up the tail back for the Indians with 4 for 22. Game 2, and is game 2 underway? Yeah. This was overnight. Yeah. So Sri Lanka actually won game 2, which makes it really interesting here. They
only playing 3-game series.
3-game series, so it's one apiece, and we won't have a dead rubber. So we've actually got a series on our hand there. So what's happened there? Shikhar Dhawan, he's so good. But he actually...
Dhawan makes runs. Water's wet.
40 or 42, so even he was struggling a little bit. And then nothing else really. Anyone of note there for the bowlers? Kind of mixed.
Yeah,
and
just
then
across the board.
Who got the runs there for the Sri Lankans?
Sri Lanka.
Watching too much Olympics, we completely missed this. Dhananjaya De Silva 40 not out for the Sri Lankans. So game 3, we've got a decider. And then the big one, we're a week away from the Test series between England and India. So we'll be, by the time we podcast next, the series will be underway. It'll be day 1 completed, and we might be lucky enough to be catching the start of day 2. We'll give a full comprehensive preview of that series, our thoughts, who will have selections, obviously, for the first test. So that'll give us a little bit more of a picture. We'll have a full deep dive into that in our next episode of On The Esky.
Yes. Yeah, and then also with that news, during the week it came out, they've announced the IPL restart with an actual schedule of who's going to play what and when. I think starting early September from memory.
Have you got dates there? Have we got dates?
I'm trying to find that now.
2021 would be a good start, I reckon.
Probably.
Yeah. I think mid-September.
Yeah, I thought that was from memory, so they can get the 3-game series in against England for the tests. Five.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that might be a bit of a stretch. They're playing back-to-back, or they got a break in between?
Oh, they have 4 days in between each.
So every week, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of puts them right in line for the start of that. Marks, you got us a start date?
I do. So match 30 starts on 19th of September. And we go from there all the way through till
October or something.
Yeah, start of October, and then playoffs will be through to mid-October there.
15th of October, we've got the final there.
Yep.
And then that pretty much runs us straight into the T20 World Cup.
Yeah, well, we're halfway through the IPL season at this point, so we've got another half to go.
Long IPL season.
Yeah, let's hope we don't curse it again.
Let's go, you Royal Challengers Bangalore / Mumbai Indians / Delhi Capitals.
Yes. Hey, cricket's back. So
Cricket's back. That's the big thing, isn't it?
yeah, definitely. There's a lot of big series kicking off, so that's the main thing.